you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Let's see. Scroll all the way to the top. Hey, K-Braze, Kayla, hey, Punksy, Eddie, Nadie, and the Jade Raid. Thank you guys. Hey, Carol Claus. Let's see, who else? Dakota. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see. Hey, Summer. Mark. I have not seen anything, but if I do, I will certainly let you guys know. Hey, Mr. O. Now, where's our missus? We're missing our missus. Pointer Lover, Summer. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I went to the post office to get mine today, and I have to wait and get them tomorrow. But it has been a crazy day, you guys. Oh my gosh, these children. But anyways. Actually, it's quite funny. So this morning I was watching stuff about Harmony, and I had already started sending stuff to myself at like 10 o'clock this morning on Harmony's case, because her dad's weapons trial is about to start. So I thought we could all get together and talk about the case and then the upcoming trial. About 2 hours later, Jen Lou sends me a link, and she's like, found our next trial. So I think she's going to come by. I hope that she does. We're going to go through some stuff. I told her, because we were going to start at 6, but I'm trying to get done before they have dinner ready. So we had to start a few minutes early. But hey, ATS News. Hey, Midwest Meemaw, Web Weaver, Tiff. Hey, Adrian. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see. Hey, Petunia, Mama Bear, B Crumbs, Chitty Chatty Meg, West Virginia Lunch Lady. Oh, I love that. Hey, West Virginia Lunch Ladies fed me my whole life growing up. Hey, Lolo. Okay. Crime Story Diva. Thank you, Punksy. I made that a while back when I was covering Harmony, and it was still in my thing. Hey, Natasha. So I thought we would use it today. All right. So we're going to start. I'm just going to do like a little... For people who haven't followed the case, I'm going to start from the beginning with a few different sites that give us a breakdown of what's happening. The trial is coming up, the weapons trial, and then we have the murder trial. So I think a lot of people who maybe didn't follow it might get into it. So, okay, just 1 second. Okay, I've got 2 little kids in the room next to me to keep an eye on them while we chat. But, okay. Harmony Montgomery was 4 years old when a judge in Massachusetts gave custody of her to her father, a resident of New Hampshire. 9 months later, Harmony would go missing. It would be 2 years before authorities became aware the then 7-year-old Harmony had not been seen since late November, early December 2019. When Adam was awarded custody of Harmony, on paper, he seemed a stable and reliable placement. He and his wife, Kayla, were living in a house on a quiet dead-end street with Harmony's half-brother and a baby on the way. So in February of 2019, Harmony left foster care in Massachusetts and moved to New Hampshire. But things on paper aren't always reality. The house on that quiet little dead-end street was anything but stable. Foreclosure threatened all who occupied it. A bankruptcy filing had stayed the foreclosure for several months, but ultimately failed to save the home. In April of 2019, the bankruptcy dismissed, foreclosure proceedings began. The home that was Harmony's fell into chaos, and by July 2019, all hell broke loose. Police made several visits to the home, which was now powered only by a generator. Harmony was the subject of an abuse allegation, and both adults had relapsed into addiction. New Hampshire Division of Children, Youth, and Families had cleared the abuse allegation as unfounded, but put their risk level of future involvement at high risk. So, yeah, they had been out there, and if I remember correctly, Harmony even had a black eye at this time, right? Because her daddy liked to beat up on her when he was angry, okay? This grown man, this disgusting monster, literally would tell people that he bashed her head around the house, because she wasn't watching her brother, her little brother. The link in the chat is this where I'm reading this from. It's harmonymontgomery.com. It's just a little page with some case information. So late November 2019, the family vacated the home with nowhere to go. It is reported they stayed in cars with and without Harmony. It's the without Harmony that went unnoticed. The family secured housing in January 2020, and not long after, another allegation brought New Hampshire Division of Children, Youth, and Families to the home. Harmony wasn't there. Harmony wasn't reported missing. In spite of a new allegation about the Montgomery family, for which there was a prior investigation, the subject of the prior investigation missing didn't seem to alarm anyone. And so it was that not until September 2021 did anyone even question, where is Harmony Montgomery? That question remains unanswered. However, on August 11th, authorities announced that Harmony is no longer a missing child, and the investigation is now a homicide investigation. Harmony's remains have not been found. Hold on, let me come back to you guys because I can't see the chat when I'm reading. Hey, Luana. I know, Tiff. I hope so. I really hope so. I know, Eddie. This one's tough. And we've went through, like, in some of my past videos, if anyone's interested, we went through a lot of the court paperwork and different things. But I'm going to try to just sum it up for us now so you don't have to go back. Hey, Avery. Hey, In the Dax. Yes, Adrian, just whenever you can. Life's been crazy for me too. I have a few shirts I need to finish actually, but summer, I don't know. Mark Fry. As a father of daughters, this is tough to listen to. I know. I'm sorry. I know what you mean when a case kind of hits you like that, like you can see your family in this case, or, in a way, and it's tough. On October 24th, 2022, Adam was charged with second-degree murder for beating Harmony about the head until she passed away. So now, let me show you when he was indicted, an article that came out. Look at oh God, look at him. Like, you sick freak. Adam Montgomery, the father of missing 5-year-old Harmony Montgomery, who actually, when she became missing, would have been 7, and at this point would be, 9? The father of Harmony has been indicted by a grand jury on second-degree murder charge in her death, according to court documents. Last week's indictment accuses him of repeatedly striking Harmony on the head with a closed fist, causing her death. Now, his wife came forward with the story because when they found out Harmony was missing and people started talking about it, they realized his wife was collecting benefits for her the whole time. Harmony was nowhere to be found, but you can bet that Mama was getting a couple $100 extra on her food stamp card. It's disgusting. That is how they got a lot of information, because she has talked to police now. Grand jurors also allege Adam falsified evidence and tampered with witness informants because he threatened, hopefully it gets into it. CNN has reached out to Montgomery's attorney but has not immediately heard back. He remains in custody. Harmony was reported missing November 2021 by her mother, who said she last saw her in the spring of 2019. She's reported missing almost 2 years later. I'm sorry, this is BS. Authorities concluded in August that the girl had been slain in Manchester in December 2019. So almost 2 years before she was reported missing. Adam destroyed, concealed, or hid Harmony's body between December 7th and March 4th. Formella, the Attorney General, said Adam purposely attempted to induce or otherwise cause Harmony's stepmother, Kayla, to falsely testify in the investigation into Harmony's disappearance between December 7th and January 4th. The murder trial is set for August of 2023 and is expected to last about a month. So we're coming up on the trial, and I cannot wait. I'm going to watch and cover every second of it. But before that, we have the weapons trial, which I'm also going to watch and cover it with Bindi. Let me see if she's here yet, because I know she was going to come by for a bit. Oh, wait, is she? No. Sorry. Okay. A conviction of second-degree murder is punishable by a maximum life in prison and $4,000 fine. Let me keep going. And then there's a statement from police. Okay, so let me go to our next little thing because we're going to watch some stuff too. See, recently, and I even had a subscriber who lived near there who went down. When they were looking for Harmony in one of their apartments, police came and they removed a refrigerator, and they also were looking in the sewers for her. They had cameras and stuff down in the sewers. We do know that the house that they lived in, that was mentioned in that article that they moved out of before that apartment, it was said that the door was left open and there was a very strong smell coming from the house. So, Mama Bear, like Melissa J does from here on out. Hey, Ann. Oh, I hate the notifications. Shit shaker, me too. Hey, William, happy Tuesday. Thank you guys for being here. Second degree is just so... Hey, Queen Olive. Okay. Now, just one sec. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, Extra AF. Okay, so Harmony was failed majorly. I'm so sick of seeing this because, like we talked about with Henrietta, the whole system needs an overhaul. It's quite disturbing and disgusting. Not the whole, I'm talking about every government system that we have. CPS, how they register when they're offenders, probation, everything, the jails, everything needs a do-over. So Massachusetts policies failed Harmony Montgomery. It's been a long time coming, but last week Adam was charged in the murder of his daughter, who'd been missing since 2019. That's when police allege Montgomery beat Harmony to death. Investigators believed he disposed of her body and concealed the evidence. There were so many missteps by authorities in this long case and Harmony's short life. She was placed in foster care almost immediately after birth. Department of Children and Families, her mother had a substance abuse disorder, and that resulted in multiple reports of neglect. Her father was in prison at the time of her birth, convicted of a drug-related shooting. So the Harmony Montgomery website that says it appeared to be a good home, I kind of disagree with that. He had been in a lot of trouble before he ever got Harmony. Harmony was returned and removed from her mother on 2 more occasions, such that at age 5, when placed with her father, she had already spent 41 months in care. By age 5, that's almost 4 years. This poor baby. She met her father only a couple times while he was incarcerated. Primarily, she was in the care of a foster family who looked after her for 28 months out of her first 3 years. 28 out of 36 months. Her father contacted DCF about having visits with her after he got out of prison. Suddenly, when she was 4, her case changed from one in which the state's goal was adoption by her foster parents to reunification with a father who had a violent criminal history and barely knew her. Massachusetts asked New Hampshire authorities to do a home study to determine if Adam Montgomery would be a good placement. They never did. They never did that. Harmony was placed with him anyway. There was no oversight by either state. A report by the Office of the Child Advocate on everything Massachusetts did wrong runs about 100 pages. This is just, Stephanie, because, and I'll see, I should have pulled that up. His wife told everything. Teardrop. I know, K-Braze. Hey, Amber. It's absolutely awful. The real question is, why is this child who was born to two parents who could not or would not care for her over 3 years was not allowed to be adopted by the foster family who took her in? Hold on just 1 second, you guys. I so apologize. Okay, sorry, you guys. Manchester is New Hampshire. It is awful, Avery. It is. According to federal law, if a child has been in care for 15 of the past 22 months, the state is supposed to start proceedings to terminate parental rights. Massachusetts blew past that deadline. Indeed, the report explained if Harmony had been adopted soon after she had spent 15 months in foster care, she would have found safety and stability in a loving home. The failure to do so did not just damage her emotionally, it resulted in her disappearance and death. Absolutely ridiculous. Let me see. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at, I'm going to pull up this video I have for us to watch, and then after that, I'm going to show you what his wife has come out and said. Okay, so Court TV, this is what got me thinking about this morning. So the father of Harmony goes to trial this week on charges unrelated to his daughter's presumed death. An indictment charges Adam with 8 counts related to firearms theft in 2019. Authorities accuse him of stealing 2 firearms on 2 separate dates from the home as a person identified as CF in court documents. At the time of his arrest, Adam was in custody on assault charges related to Harmony because he was charged with assault at first because he blacked her eye. Oh my God, Adrian. Yes, they have. They are distraught because they would have taken her. They wanted her. They have her little brother, and they would have taken her in a heartbeat. Hey, Ray, and thank you. I don't know, Avery. I'm quite confused, and I'm bad with directions, so y'all tell me. I don't know. Prosecutors, this is quite interesting. So there is no evidence of any connection between the stolen firearms and the disappearance of Harmony. Prosecutors reportedly plan to call Adam's estranged wife, Kayla, as a witness. Kayla is currently in custody on a felony charge of theft by deception for lying about Harmony's whereabouts. Also on the prosecution's witness list is Danielle Dauphineus, who is awaiting trial for the death of her 5-year-old son, Elijah. Wow. And was reportedly incarcerated with Kayla. According to court documents, Adam's defense intends to attack Kayla's credibility. A motion states much of the information gathered by authorities was in conjunction with the investigation into Harmony's disappearance. In August, Adam is scheduled to stand trial in the death of Harmony. Authorities claim he killed Harmony in December of 2019. They're still searching for her remains. They actually had a search not too long ago that I grabbed some stuff on too. But let's take a listen to this really quick.
Harmony Montgomery vanished back in 2019. And her father, Adam, has long been suspected in her disappearance and her death. And after 3 years of investigation, police finally charged Adam Montgomery with Harmony's murder back in January. But those aren't the only charges Adam is facing. He was also indicted in March on weapons charges. He's alleged to have had a pistol and rifle in his possession, despite the fact he has 5 felony convictions on his record and has been charged with 2 counts of being a felon in possession of a firearm and being an armed career criminal. Goodness. His trial for these weapons charges is set to begin later this week, and we will, of course, bring that to you live right here on Court TV. And we have our own crime and justice correspondent, Matt Johnson. He will be in New Hampshire for
I love Chanley Painter. I can't help. She's just, I don't know. I love
all of this. But first, he's here with me in studio. I'm really excited to have you. Good morning. Thank you for bringing up this morning energy. We needed some of your energy this morning.
No, you're doing great. And you know what? It's always nice to see you as well. So you hit the nail on the head, right? Like this guy, 5-time felon already. Wow. No stranger to handcuffs. He's accused of possessing and stealing a handgun and a rifle between 2009 2014, being an armed career criminal, possession of a gun after 3 or more felonies in that state. And this is why he's heading to trial tomorrow.
Look at him sitting there just with all of his tattoos and just the look on his face. You know, at one point he was a decent looking young man. He really was. Now he just looks evil. He is evil. I think we know that.
Where's your daughter so we can check on her to make sure that she's okay? Right now, I have nothing to say to you guys. But that's not what I'm just asking. Okay, I have nothing to say.
5-year-old.
I forgot about the body cams. So when he was living in his car, police confronted him about Harmony, and he refused to talk about her. Yeah, it was quite telling.
Harmony Montgomery was reported missing in November 2021 after police received a call from her mother, Crystal Sorey.
If you know anything about my baby, please, I'm begging you to come on so she can come home.
I feel sorry for Mom, but I don't understand how you last see your little girl right in the spring of 2019 and you do not raise. I mean, now don't get me wrong, because before she was trying to raise red flags before anyone listened. But I mean, almost 2 years. They believe Harmony's life was taken December 2019. She was not reported missing until the fall of 2021, early winter. You know, and I just...
Police investigated the disappearance of Harmony, and when questioning her father, Adam, he refused to answer questions about his daughter.
Why is it you have so much trouble talking about Harmony? I got nothing else to say.
Police arrested.
Why do you have so much trouble talking about Harmony? I've got nothing else to say.
Charged Adam in October 2022 for the murder of his daughter, accusing him of beating her to death in December 2019.
Mr. Montgomery has been charged with the following 4 crimes. Second-degree murder for recklessly causing the death of Harmony Montgomery, a person under 13 years of age, under circumstances manifesting an extreme indifference to the value of human life, by repeatedly striking Harmony in the head with a closed fist.
Harmony.
What a man. How do you, as a grown man, look at him? He's not little, even if he was, right? But he's, a little bit stout at times, because his addiction, we see him look different at different times. But regardless, as a grown man, how do you close your fist up and hit that baby? Look at her. Look at her. It infuriates me too. It's really hard sometimes to try to I'm trying to just explain the case, talk to you guys about some of this. I know a lot of you guys already know, some of you may not. And trying to do it in a calm manner is really difficult when you get to talking about people like this.
His body has never been found. In April, law enforcement using drones and canine units searched a marshy area of Massachusetts. Adam Montgomery pled not guilty to the murder of his daughter. While awaiting trial, Adam was indicted on 2 counts of being a felon in possession of a firearm and being an armed career criminal. Montgomery had previously been convicted of first-degree assault, armed robbery, and assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. A key witness for the...
There's Kayla. There's old Kayla, who's sitting in jail for collecting benefits in Harmony's name. And at the end of the day, she knew exactly what happened to that little girl. She lied about it. And at the end of the day, when she was about to be charged with murder, her ass turned state witness, and she is no better than him.
In the weapons case is Adam's estranged wife, Kayla Montgomery. She was charged with theft by deception for claiming Harmony was living with her to collect welfare benefits and pled guilty to perjury for lying to a grand jury about where she was at the time of Harmony's disappearance.
All right, Ms. Montgomery, it's my understanding it's your intention today to plead guilty to 2 felony counts of perjury. Is that correct?
Yes.
According to court documents, the
Oh,
state
here we go, because I did pull up an article on this, but let's see what they say.
plans to call several witnesses corroborating Kayla's story, saying that she clearly saw firearms and the defendant was openly talking about firearms being hot. And another individual saying that Kayla and Adam were stealing firearms and selling them for drug money. Adam's defense attorney planned to use Kayla's perjury conviction to attack her credibility, but prosecutors claim that she lied because she suffered abuse at the
Yeah, apparently she was too scared to tell the truth of what happened. And no, I'm sorry, bullshit, because by the end of it, they were not even together anymore. He had a new girlfriend, okay? And the new girlfriend has since passed away of a drug overdose. But she was in like a shelter with her kid, and she could have easily said something. She continued to keep her mouth shut and lie until they started pressing her, and they were going to charge her ass. I'm sorry, but I have nothing for her, and I hope that she faces the maximum penalty for everything they do have on her. She's disgusting.
hands of her husband. Montgomery has pled not guilty to the weapons charges, but if convicted, could face up to 40 years for each count of possessing a firearm.
So the charges keep piling up for this guy. With this, he was charged in April of last year, waived arraignment, and then that brings us to tomorrow. Interesting that they're doing the weapons charges before the murder charges.
Mm-hmm.
But
that is interesting strategy. And
right.
to 40 years, if convicted for each count, I mean, that's they may put him away for life before they even reach the murder trial against him. Who may we hear testify at this weapons?
Corky, Bio Mom was not in jail, but she was having some drug issues, and it's possible she could have been in some sort of rehabilitation center at some time. But no, she was out and free, because I remember she talks about Harmony like having just gotten her Easter basket that she was going to send to her. She was worked and got her this like Easter basket that she was showing her on a video chat or something. I think the last time they spoke, or I don't know, but there was something about an Easter basket. Maybe, when did they last speak? She said in the spring. So that would make sense. Yeah. We'd have to go back for me to verify that for sure, though, because there's so much that happens. And you guys know, I mean, it's hard to kind of keep up with every single detail.
Trial.
This is one of the things that we're really interested and we're watching very closely. The state expected to call at least 46 witnesses, at least that's their list, including Montgomery's estranged wife, Kayla Montgomery. She is currently serving time on perjury charges for lying to a grand jury. Her plea deal requires her to cooperate and testify against Montgomery. And then we also might hear from Danielle Dauphinée. She is awaiting her own trial in the death of her little son, Elijah.
I would like to look up the details of that. Why is there another baby killer this close to them?
Meanwhile, the defense has more than a dozen witnesses on their list, Chanley.
Interesting. For a weapons trial. So what's next for Adam? Do we know when his actual murder trial may be?
It's going to be in the fall if it doesn't get postponed again, and if he doesn't plea after this. Adam Montgomery was arrested last year for the 2019 death of his 5-year-old daughter, Harmony. In January of this year, he was indicted by the grand jury. We know that. And here's a little bit of the sound from investigators.
Okay, let's hear it.
Specifically, Mr. Montgomery has been charged with the following 4 crimes. Second-degree murder for recklessly causing the death of Harmony Montgomery, a person under 13 years of age, under circumstances manifest extreme indifference to the value of human life. by repeatedly striking Harmony in the head with a closed fist in Manchester on or about December 2019.
Child abuse that leads to death and then disposal of body. Her body has never been found up to right now. This is still an ongoing investigation. It was the Attorney General there for the state and also the investigators. And as you mentioned earlier, so he's facing 40 years on each of these gun charges, which we head into tomorrow for that trial. And then in fall, for the murder trial, if it goes to
40 years, buddy. You are probably not getting out, and you don't deserve to. Let's see what I've tried to grab 2 articles because I want to give you more details about what she told police. Finally, Kayla Montgomery collected over $1,500 in food stamp benefits despite the little girl no longer living with her. So how does that make sense if she didn't know exactly what happened to her and where she was at? Hey, Shay. Hey, Brandy. I know, William. I feel the same way. Okay. How do they know he hit her in the head? His uncle, well, I think Kayla too, but his uncle had also come out and said that he admitted to him he did that, but Kayla did as well. So let's see if this will give us more details. I have the court documents somewhere. I'd have to dig through my emails, but I definitely have them. Okay, so the wife of her father was arrested for the $1,500. The 2 share 3 children. Prosecutors sought to have her held on a $5,000 bail. Okay, so they're trying to get her a bail. This is before she turned, I believe. Let me see. She claims that December 31st was the last time. At first, she claimed that was the last time she saw Harmony. Hold on just a second. Shay, I know it is awful. It really, really is. Okay, let me go to this one. It looks like she's trying to get a plea deal. Kayla Montgomery plea deal negotiations stalled after email goes to spam folder. I had not seen this. Let's see what it is. Thanks to an email that accidentally went to a spam folder, an expected possible plea deal for the stepmother of Harmony did not happen Friday. Attorneys said they didn't realize what happened until they showed up in court. Kayla is accused of receiving stolen property from Adam. Harmony Montgomery investigation. All right, let's see what we have here. August 2018, Adam meets with Harmony for the first time in 11 months and the 9th time in her life. She literally didn't know him. That is so sad. Didn't do the home study. Easter 2019. Okay, I was right. Sori says she spoke to her daughter on a FaceTime call around this time. She says this was the last time she saw Harmony. I like this timeline. July 29th. DCYF receives an anonymous call alleging abuse. The caller says Harmony had a black eye when the caller visited her Guilford Street home in Manchester. Police say no black eye was observed. I'm almost certain there's a photo of that. A CPS worker again August 7th and interviews Harmony. The worker notes a red mark in Harmony's eye and faded bruising under her eyelid. Adam says the mark was caused when she was struck by a toy while playing with a sibling. The caseworker also speaks to Sori, her mom, who tells the agency she lost custody. They had another visit October 1st where the report said the children appeared happy and healthy. Then we have November or December. According to Kayla, Adam Montgomery told her around this time that he was taking Harmony to Lowell, Massachusetts, where her mother lives. Kayla later tells police this is the last time she saw Harmony. When looking to learn more about Harmony Montgomery's disappearance, police narrowed the time frame to November 28th to December 10th, 2019. Investigators later revealed they believe Harmony was killed in early December 2019. A referral is received by DCYF on January 8th about the household. Montgomery tells a CPS worker that Harmony is living with her mother in Massachusetts. Listen to this. After that, I forgot about this. So, over a year and a half before she was reported missing, CPS goes to the house. Harmony's not there. Adam gives them this story that she's living with her mom. The CPS worker calls mom to confirm that Harmony lives with her, but mom didn't call her back, so that was it. They just let it go. Oh, okay, well, whatever. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, Patricia, I remember. Didn't he say he banged her around the house? Like that was the exact word, something like that. I just don't understand. CPS comes to the house January 2020. They believe she was killed in December. So they come a month later. She's not there. He gives them this BS story. She's with her mama. They call mom. She doesn't answer. And that's it. Well, another year and a half goes by so he can get away with what he's done. Hold on. Let me go right here. Just 1 second. Okay. Oh, B Crumbs, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. September 2021, a person close to mom contacts DCYF and raises concerns that mom hasn't seen Harmony since 2019. DCYF confirms Harmony has never been registered for school. They attempt to locate the family. November 2021, Crystal calls police saying she hasn't seen her daughter since Easter 2019. Manchester police say their phone records indicate this is the only call the department has received from Sori. Oh my God. December 2021, DCYF notifies police that they cannot find Harmony, and then police start to look for Adam. December 29th, mom sends the mayor a letter begging for help to find Harmony. December 31st, this is when that body cam. Detectives find Adam living in his car with his new girlfriend. So Kayla's not there. Kayla cannot say that she was abused, and that's why she didn't tell. She was not with him anymore. It's absolutely ridiculous. A 24-hour tip line is set up, and they have a reward fund that goes up to $140,000. Yes, Patricia. They were living in the car. I don't think with Harmony, though. I think that was after everything happened. So January 4th, FBI joins Manchester police to search the Guilford Street property where the Montgomerys used to live. Nothing is found, but they did dig in the backyard. This is one search they've done. January 4th, he's arrested and charged with second-degree assault, interference with custody, and endangering the welfare of a child over the black eye. January 6th, Kayla's arrested for the felony for the fraud. Let's see. Kelsey is the woman who was dating Adam. She's found dead on March 13th. April 4th, Adam is arrested for the gun charges. April 12th, Kayla is charged with 2 counts of receiving stolen property in connection with the theft of firearms. Investigators again say there is no evidence that the charges are related to Harmony. Then that report comes out with the 100-page report of all the mistakes that were made involving Harmony and all of this. Let's see. June 3rd, Kayla is arrested on perjury charges. She's accused of lying during grand jury testimony about when and where she was at work during the window of the time Harmony was last seen and accounted for. She was released from jail 3 days later. June 14th to the 15th, and we covered this live. A viewer went down there and filmed it. Authorities searched their former apartment, hauling a fridge out. Investigators were assisted by a sewer plumbing team. Sources told News 9 that new credible information from a person close to the investigation led to the search of the apartment. August 11th, Attorney General comes out and says they believe Harmony was killed in December, and it is now a homicide investigation. September 9th, Kayla is arrested for a bench warrant and not showing up to a hearing. Then we have the body cam released. Let's see. Something with evidence about the trial. Court documents showed Kayla Montgomery told investigators details about the killing of Harmony in June. Wonder if they get into that here, because that's really what I was trying to find for you guys.
Good afternoon. I'm New Hampshire Attorney General John Formella,
Wow,
and I'm joined here today by Manchester Police Chief Alan Aldenberg and the team from the Manchester Police Department and members of my office. We're here today to provide a further update regarding the ongoing investigation into the 2019 murder of Harmony Montgomery. As you'll recall, back in January, we announced that 5-year-old Harmony likely disappeared sometime between
Harmony's birth mom is one of the people that raised the flag that she'd been missing for so long. That's the Sorry, Crystal Sorry is the birth mom.
28th and December 10th of 2019. In August of this year, after almost 8 months of investigative work undertaken by the Manchester Police Department, the Attorney General's Office, the U.S. Marshals Service, the FBI, and other law enforcement partners, we announced that we had concluded that 5-year-old Harmony was murdered in Manchester in early December of 2019. This conclusion was based on multiple sources of investigative information, including biological evidence. Since August, the Manchester Police Department, the Attorney General's Office, and our other law enforcement partners have continued to investigate this case in an effort to seek answers and justice for Harmony. Today, we are announcing another major step in this investigation. Earlier this morning, Adam Montgomery was arrested for the murder of Harmony Montgomery in 2019 and other related charges. Specifically, Mr. Montgomery has been charged with the following 4 crimes. Second-degree murder for recklessly causing the death of Harmony Montgomery, a person under 13.
Okay, that's her mom that was on the screen with her. Here's Jen. Hey, Jen.
Hey, babe, I'm sorry I'm late.
That's okay. It was my fault anyways for kind of changing it up, but I'm glad that you're here. We kind of were just given the run through of this. I was telling how this morning you messaged me right after I was looking at it, and the trial starts tomorrow. I'm excited.
Yeah, for the weapons. Me too. Because I'm actually kind of shocked that he's taking this one to trial.
40 years is what he's facing, so maybe because
but I mean, they're gonna see. The thing of it is I don't know. I'll have to see how it goes. Like I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. I would plead this one out if I were him and wait for the murder trial, but that's just me.
Are you going to stream it all, like the trial tomorrow?
So even though the trial starts tomorrow, when they say this trial starts tomorrow, they're actually talking about jury selection.
Oh, okay.
What we got to wait for is when they say the words opening statements. Now, this is probably not as widely known as Gannon, because there was a lot of time in between when all of this happened, and then the charges are fairly recent, and so I don't expect there to be. It's also not a murder trial, so the questions are going to be different for the jury, blah blah blah, right? So it should not take that long. I would say that I would think there would be opening statements sometime tomorrow afternoon, maybe. If not tomorrow afternoon, then first thing Thursday.
Oh wow.
I
That's
don't know
quick.
that I can stream because I got to get everything ready for the graduation. Even though I tried to pull the I'm the mother of the graduate, I shouldn't have to do anything. I should just be pampered. That didn't work. That didn't work. So, yeah. So I don't know if I'll be able to stream it Thursday and Friday, but when I get back I'll stream like maybe Monday or Tuesday, but definitely I want to talk about it at night,
Yes, I cannot wait to do it with you. And then the murder trial's in August. That's not that long,
No, we're going to have a lot of back to back trials. So,
okay, I was looking for this before you came. This is what eventually his my knees popping. Eventually his wife told police, and this is what, let me just go through this article real quick because I don't remember exactly, but I know at first she claimed that Adam told me Harmony was with her mom, but this is after she changed her story and came out. So it says prosecutors say Kayla told detectives during a June 3rd interview that Harmony, quote, had been murdered in December 2019 by the young girl's father, Adam. Hold on one second.
okay. Yeah, Kayla changed her story quite a few times. And I remember that Allie and I feel like it was Allie and I. It feels like I do everything with Allie now. So that makes sense. It might not have even been that. But anyway, that's not the point. I feel like we covered the press conference together. I feel like that's what happened.
Yeah. Was that when they did the search? Sorry, the kids
Yes.
were.
Yeah. And I feel like when we covered the press conference together, they explained Kayla's changing story and what happened with all of that.
Okay. Let me read what it says because I don't remember exactly, but I know. Let's see. Okay, so she said that she had been murdered in December. Adam was already behind bars. Let's see. Prosecutors allege that Adam killed the 5-year-old by repeatedly striking her to the head with a closed fist on December 7th, so the exact date, recklessly causing her death. Described Adam as having an extreme indifference to human life. I was hoping it would get into what exactly. I've looked at the court documents. Oh, here we go. Kayla herself told detectives on June 3rd that Adam had encouraged her on multiple occasions to lie to police about Harmony's whereabouts, basically giving Kayla a cover story and telling her that as long as she stuck to the story, everything would be okay, the court documents allege. Detectives had been interviewing Kayla at the time in connection with the firearms case, and while interviewing her on June 3rd, investigators attempted to keep separate the portion of the interview with the firearms versus Harmony. However, despite their efforts, there was significant bleed over between the topics. Why would they keep it separate? Because it's two different trials, or?
Well, yeah, because so it's rule 4. Is it 404? I feel like that's. I think I remember it because 404 is like a server error, so that's not right. But it's something that we had it in the Murdoch trial. So whenever there are other crimes, it's kind of like when they were talking about the murder trial and then they were talking about the financial crimes. It can be prejudicial to the jury because, prior bad acts. Is it 804? I think it might be 804. I don't know. Well, I got a comment the other day on one of my, and it was actually a good comment, and I actually really appreciated it, on my channel about the live meeting you did together. and I need to focus. There was a lot of good content, but it was everywhere. And I mean, my ADD has been pretty bad these last few times, so I can hear it now. So pardon me, you guys, for my bad ADD. I'm sorry.
Well, okay. Did you hear the part? That's okay, Jen. We enjoy your ADD. You are quite entertaining, so I think it's okay.
Thank you.
But did you hear that? Okay, so they released a document basically of everything that went wrong in Harmony's case with child services and stuff. It was 100 pages long. Harmony didn't even know Adam. Like, she had only met him a few times, and he hadn't been in her life. She was in foster care, like, I think they said 28 months out of her first 3 years of life or something. She wasn't really at home. Yeah. And then they put him with him after he was convicted of attempted murder.
I don't understand that. Was there nobody that was, what I don't understand is why she was ever taken out of the foster home where her other sibling was. Why they took her out of the foster home, but not the other sibling. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's just so sad.
Yeah, there was, Shay says 19 calls to CPS. Yeah, there was actually, they were on the way to putting her permanently with her foster family. That was like the course that they had set up and taken. It was just all of a sudden they, switched, and next thing you know, she's going with Adam. Oh, yeah, thank you, Carol Claus.
I just don't understand that. Oh, that was so sweet of you. Thank you, Carol Claus.
I don't understand it either. Okay, so tonight, I'm looking for more of what Kayla told, but while I'm looking, tonight, you have a live, which I'm excited for.
Yes, I do. You'll have to come and see.
Okay, I can't wait. I'm excited. Look at Kayla there. Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. This is the court paperwork. Huh. We've went through all of this on here, though, and I know you and I have talked about it a lot. Oh, let me ask you while we're sitting here. Why do you think they took the refrigerator from the apartment and with the sewers? What do you make of that?
Well, I would think that they're looking for Kayla. Probably to see, like for the refrigerator may be someplace where her body might have been stored. I hate saying that.
Looking for Harmony. I think
that. I mean, Harmony. What did I say, Kayla? I'm sorry, Harmony.
Yeah, but I knew what you meant. But yeah, I think that has to be what it is.
It has to be. Yeah. And they're
it's so sweet.
Probably like looking for, I don't know, maybe biologic material. I hate thinking about it.
Like he must have gotten rid of her that way, maybe, and that's what they heard. I don't know. I guess we'll find out in the trial. Exactly. Yeah. But without them finding her, it just sucks. I hope that.
Well, I think maybe they're looking for something biological, and like kind of similar to Gannon, where the person could not have so much evidence has been found, the person cannot have possibly survived.
Yep, you're right. It has to be something like that. Now, listen to this. His uncle, Kevin, I'm just going to read this one part because this is really interesting. Okay. Kevin does an interview with detectives, and he says, an interview with Kevin, Detective Abel asked Kevin how Harmony sustained the injury to her eye. Kevin said that Adam told him he had caused the injury to Harmony. Adam told Kevin at the time, quote, "I bashed her around this house," unquote. Adam explained that he had left Harmony, with who would have been 5 years old at the time, in charge of watching her infant brother while Adam was in the bathroom. Allegedly, the younger brother started crying, and Adam told Kevin he returned and found Harmony holding her hand over the child's mouth to stop him from crying. Adam told Kevin that he responded by striking Harmony in the face and causing the black eye. Kevin believed Adam had relapsed and recalled other forms of abusive discipline during that time frame. Kevin recalled Harmony being spanked hard on the butt, being forced to stand in the corner for hours, and then forced to scrub the toilet with her toothbrush.
I mean, what the fuck?
Unbelievable.
Why?
Unbelievable. It's just bullshit.
Absolutely. It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Well, now, how do you feel about Kayla? Because, she lied for Adam, and she claimed that she was being abused and he was like forcing her to lie. But by the end of it, he had a different girlfriend, and Kayla was in a homeless shelter with her kids.
See, that one is difficult for me because, and I know that I'm going to get some probably blowback or, anger back. And I get it. I would be angry if I was hearing this too, but also at the same time, like, what we have to remember is that, with Kayla, when we talk about abuse that way, it's not like when you leave, your brain just automatically goes back to the right way of thinking.
Right.
And
yeah, you're right. I mean,
and I know that that's hard. It's hard. It's hard for me to even say because it's,
well, that's why I love you, because you try to be fair and come from all angles. And I think you're right to an extent.
To an extent, but she should still be held accountable, absolutely held accountable.
And I mean, she collected $1,500 total over so probably $150 a month or something for Harmony for food stamps the whole time Harmony was gone. And she claimed at first Adam told her Harmony was with her mom. Well, if you believed that, Kayla, you wouldn't have been getting her food stamps, because you would probably assume maybe mom would do that, in my opinion, but I don't know.
Right. Okay. Listen, I can only give the benefit of the doubt on stupidity for so long. And then I get, then I'm done. And so I feel like there were for sure times when she should have known better. She should have absolutely, everybody failed that baby. And it breaks my heart because when I see her little picture, bless her little heart with her little glasses, she's just so stinking cute. And I've raised 4 kids, okay? And I know that there are times when kids will just really test the heck out of your patience, okay? But I cannot say a single time where my kids have pushed my patience so far that I would ever hit them like that, ever. I would never hit them like that. You know what I mean?
And how do you put your 5-year-old in charge of watching her little infant brother? Of course she's not going to know what to do. She's 5. I mean,
Exactly.
Let me grab some pictures of her for us to look at real quick, because she is just so sweet. I mean, what are your thoughts on, is it going to make it much more difficult? Obviously, but how do you feel about him being tried without them having her body? I mean, I know we don't know the evidence they have, but still, it's got me a little worried.
Anytime that happens, it's very difficult. But although I will say this, sometimes sometimes having the body is not the end all be all either, because
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, look at Casey Anthony. Again, I have to go back to this. So Casey Anthony is kind of a different situation, just because I remember very, very clearly that judge saying that it was due to the fact that there was not a special instruction given to the jury and about the cause of death not being necessary. And so I don't think any prosecution team is going to make that same mistake again. I'll tell you that right now. But I think, I don't know. This is sad, but I think I just,
I always love this picture of her. Look, Jen, oh my God, she's so cute.
hold on. It's not. Oh,
yeah.
look at her.
I know. She looks like a little
My
model. in that
favorite one is the one where she's just got that big smile with her little glasses. That's my favorite one.
Let's see. Is it that one right there with the pigtails?
No, it's the one they always show.
Let me see.
Oh, no. Go down. No, she's not wearing that. It's that one. And then the other one, it's her little school picture that they always show. It's the one with the glasses and then her little school picture. That's the one those two are my favorite.
Oh my God. Now, what do you think about, okay, so I don't want to be too hard on her real mom, but it is a factor here that mom, last talked to her in the spring of 2019. She didn't really raise any concerns for at least a year. She did spend a few months trying to contact the police, claimed she only contacted them once. She wrote a letter to the mayor. She's the one who notified people basically that she was missing, but it took her a long time. Hey, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to be problematic.
Yeah, to me, that's like, dude, you're like, everybody's to blame here.
Yeah.
Oh, Meep, I wish I could have her. I know, Meep. I feel the same way. I'm sorry. Nay says, I'm sorry. Mom needs to take a little accountability too.
Yes.
I love your picture, Nay. So, Jen, I've missed you. You've been
know. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I have to take breaks because sometimes some of the stuff that I see on YouTube just gets to me, and I have to take a break. It just gets a little toxic, and I got to dip.
Oh my God, it definitely does. Well, hell, I've seen today, and I'm talking about channels that we know and we've talked about, but also random channels, the theories and the stuff that's being put out about Idaho 4. I mean, basically that the Gonsalves family has lied. They were notified earlier, and that's definitely a drug house. There's like somebody who went, was in the town filming, and oh God, Jen, it is so frustrating. I get really annoyed with that because some people are very impressionable and they hear this stuff and they believe it, and it's not probably true, and it's tough to see people be manipulated like that.
Okay, this is my big question. Okay, this is where I go with that. What benefit would it be to the Gonsalves? Is it
Yes,
Concalves? Is it Gonsalves? They say it weird to me. Okay, because that's not how I would pronounce it. But I would say Gonsalves, not Concalves.
That's what I call it. What you said, the way that you would do it, that's what I say, because I think that's probably, I figure that maybe reporters have just messed up the name.
Okay. So what benefit, what reason would they have for lying? Okay. That's my first question. Then my follow-up question to that is, let's remember what they were doing in those early days. Was it not her sister? Sorry, I didn't mean to open the door and make it be loud like that for you guys. Was it not her sister that got into her phone or her iCloud or whatever it was to see the calls, etc., and also is also the one who got the grub truck footage?
Yep, she did.
Placed her sister. So why would they do investigating and lying? Why would they be trying to help with police but lie? What benefit would they have? How would it benefit them in any way, shape, or form to lie about when they were notified?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Why, even if you believed that, while we're waiting on court and we have very little factual information, why the hell would you push that theory out there to tons of people? I just don't.
I mean, that theory just doesn't make now granted, I understand that murder itself is not a rational concept. Okay, when people commit murder, it doesn't even matter under what circumstances the murder is committed. They're not rational. It's not a rational. That's not a solution, a rational thought process, a solution to anything. Okay, so I get that part of it, but we're not talking about the murder. We're talking about the behavior of the family after the fact. And what I can't wrap my brain around is it just doesn't make sense.
Mm-mm.
I
No,
don't understand why, especially when in those very, very early days, Mr. Consalvis was irritated with law enforcement. And he did let some stuff out that was like, oh,
yeah.
and we were all like, oh, maybe just me, but I know a
Yeah.
lot of people were. Maybe y'all didn't say, oh, like that, but I did. But so I don't understand what would be the purpose. Why would they withhold information? Why would they withhold information in the beginning like that and then turn around and accuse the police of withholding information and being frustrated about it? When they're them, why would they want to why would they want to have, see, that's the thing about talking negatively about law enforcement. Okay. You never know, even if you're the victim, you never know how that's going to play out.
Well, I'm
with law
wondering,
enforcement.
Is it happening because people are out of stuff to cover, but they don't want to move on to another case, and then they're, you know what I mean? Like, what? Oh, I just, whatever.
I don't want to get too deep into the woods on this one, but I haven't seen those specific theories, but if you're going to come out, for me to get behind a theory like that, I need to know exactly how you arrived at that theory. And it's got to be based on known facts. And, I need to see, let me see your flow chart. Okay. Yeah. That's what I need to see.
Me too. Remember, the fact so many people failed this girl is so sad. I wonder how the couple that wanted to adopt her are doing. I actually saw last time I looked into it that they were like vocal and speaking out, and they were starting some kind of organization or page, or I don't know. I'll look to find it and I'll share it on the community tab. But anyways, I guess once the trial starts, Jen, I'll be watching it with you and we'll be discussing it as it goes along. And supposedly Kayla's going to testify, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and sorry, there's another person supposed to testify that was in jail with Kayla. Another woman who's in jail for killing her kid. Did you see that part?
Yeah, I was listening to you before I joined the panel. I was listening, so I could know what you were talking about. Yes.
Yeah, so I wonder why. That's really, I guess Kayla was probably talking to her or something.
I remember hearing about that a while back, that Kayla had talked to somebody in jail. And let me just say this. Do not be surprised if she testifies, if she's called and she gets up there and she testifies, do not be surprised if the defense goes hard at her, because she's, for lack of a better word, considered a snitch, and they're going to ask if she gets anything out of this, and they're going to try to discredit anything and everything that she says up there. They have to.
Yep. Oh, that's going to be very interesting. Well, I mean, I think she's going to be pretty easy to discredit too.
But they're going to need to be real careful on cross, because, and I have a feeling that hopefully because I don't want to see a mistrial, but they're going to have to be really careful on cross-examination that they do not open the door to letting in anything from the murder trial. That would, because it depends. We saw it with Murdoch. that financial stuff originally was never going to come into the trial. It wasn't intended to come in. But then through cross-examination and a series of wrong asked questions, it did come in. And the truth is, the way that the judge handled it, he had like an in-camera hearing, so out of the presence of the jury, and all that stuff happened. So it will make it much more difficult if it's an issue that's raised on appeal. But, you know, oof, it's just awful. This poor baby. Yeah. This poor baby.
I know.
I mean, how do you... It just breaks my heart because there are so many people in this world, right, who cannot have children. For whatever reason, whatever's going on, they're just not, they just can't have their own biological children, and they would love nothing more than to raise a child. And then you have people who are completely capable of getting pregnant and having a baby, and they just, I don't understand it. Like, the cheapest thing to raising a child is giving the child love. That is the thing that costs the least. Everything else, you know, that's very expensive and everything like that. Can y'all even hear me anymore? I feel like, oh yeah, I can.
Yes.
But you muted, so I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, came up to ask me if I could when you're done, can you please get my ponies and my water and bring it over too? Because they're leaving. So.
Aw.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's, that's the cheapest thing you can give kids is love. That costs the least, you know?
Oh yeah.
Why not just, but it seems like something that's just so friggin' hard for people to do. And I don't understand it.
I don't either. It reminds me of that song that was like when I was a kid, that when we're hungry, love will keep us alive. You know,
yes. from Don Henley.
I don't remember. I just know my mom listened to it. But I do know
it's Don Henley.
You're right, because look, I know a lot of people who have went through hard times and they still take their kids, you know, out to the park or fishing or there's all kinds of free activities. Hell, speaking of Candace and Dawn, as much as they've looked suspicious at times, Candace took those kids out all the time. They were always at the park,
she did.
at the water hole. Yeah. So, I mean, and that's, you know, with very little money. What are ponies? Gin toys, this little pony, like horses.
You know, that's the thing about Candace and Dawn. How I would not say, and these are things that came out of Dawn's mouth, that he had $3 to $4 grand sitting around all the time. Okay, that's not poor. Nope. Do you have $3 to $4 grand sitting around at all times?
Hell no.
Okay, then neither do I. So that is not poor.
No, not at all. I don't have anywhere close to that. I don't have half of that, $1/4 of $4 grand just sitting around in my bank account that doesn't have somewhere to go or something to pay.
Me neither. When I ordered some stuff from Old Navy because I needed to get some shoes to go with the dress that I'm wearing to the graduation. And you know how it be when you get on those websites and whatnot, then they have all the things that are on sale. And I got like I got like 10 things for like $80. Okay. But when the first time I ordered it, I wasn't paying attention and I had my old address. Okay. I raised Cain. I needed to know that stuff I was going to get it refunded. The money was going to get refunded because I don't have $80 to throw away for a month. You know what I mean? Yeah, so yeah, I don't understand that, you know, I just don't understand what's so difficult about just loving your children. I just don't get it. And if you don't, and they're in foster care, they were taking steps to have her there permanently. Why didn't, you know, I just don't get it.
Well, the way that it read was that that they were like in the process of putting
yes. Yes. So ridiculous.
Jim said, "Oh, sorry, ponies. I need to brush up on my Southern."
Yes, ponies, y'all, ponies.
Ponies. I'm so excited for you guys. Go ahead. Sorry.
Like the Milo ponies.
Yes, that's exactly.
Is that what it was?
Yes. Exactly. No, I was just saying, I'm excited for you guys for graduation. Speaking of that, getting stuff, it's just a big time. It's going to be exciting. I was thinking that's why you took a break. So
No.
you're going to have to take another break.
Yeah, I do. I have to take another little break, but it'll be, I'll be back, you guys. I know that I want to cover this trial and I want to cover it with Allie, obviously. So I will be around. I probably not over the weekend, obviously, because Saturday's graduation, and then I'm going to go spend time with my sister on Sunday and stuff. But I will try to at least, hop up on a panel with you, Allie, in that, between the 1st and the 6th.
Okay. Yeah. I figured you'd have a few
Okay.
days like of family stuff and all the things like that. Congratulations, Jinlu Jr.
Thank you. My little Bendy Lou, my little mini Bendy. And Allie will tell you she does look like me.
Oh my God, she's so cute though. She's a cute,
Thank
pretty,
you.
pretty girl and little girl. Tiny thing.
Yeah,
She's
she
a
is.
beauty.
It's no bigger than a minute. Thank you. I'm so proud of her. She had her senior breakfast this morning. It was, yeah.
Aw.
I know. It's my
It's
last
crazy.
little bird.
My my niece is actually graduating this year too, and I got pictures of her today, and I'm like, wow, she looks so grown. She's got like all the curves and all the things, and I'm like, what? When did this happen? Like, slow down time. Oh my God.
I know.
Wicked West Paranormal mentions the West that adopted children, then killed them while their mom was trying to get them back. Also, Victoria Rose, she was adopted and killed by her adoptive parent. There's a ton of problems with
That's
CPS.
true. That is true. It does happen. I mean, none of our systems are perfect or infallible at all.
Not at all. Well, before we go, did you see? I did, and you might not have seen mine. You might have, or anybody's, that missing woman. That the story is very similar to Gabby Petito.
I did see that. I have watched it on your channel. I've been getting updates from your channel. I'm watching. I just haven't been interacting in the chat.
Right. I do that all the time. I really do. Sometimes you just don't feel like it, and it's just, yeah. But so today, Brian Enton does an interview with her brother. She was recently spotted and apparently was trying to sell her phone. She looks like a little upset in what I've seen, the pictures I've seen. But it's interesting because it's like she's always done this trip to see her family. They have this fight. She gets beat up really bad. Then all of a sudden, she's spotted supposedly at a gas station begging for a charger, and then spotted again selling her phone. And he was standing beside her, so it was her. And he was like, I don't know if he's holding her. I don't know what's going on, but I can't make sense of it. Something is going on though.
That's weird.
I know.
So it doesn't seem. Yeah, something is. Something ain't right.
Well, look, somebody said, well, what if someone left a comment to me and said, what if they're both in on it and they're running from his warrants? And I'm like, that makes no sense because they were literally stopped by police during their fight. No one pressed charges. No one was arrested. So if they were running from police because of warrants or something, he would have been arrested.
Right. Right.
Anyways, well, I'm glad you came up to talk to me. I've missed you. And
Me too. I missed you too.
Glad to get into some more stuff.
Yes.
You guys, please come over tonight to Jen's channel. She's got a surprise topic. But it's going to be really good. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun conversation. Something I know I'm super interested in. So I think you guys will enjoy that later. Because I already know, but I can't tell yet.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I love you, Jinlu. You are the best.
Love you too.
You. Thank you for coming up and chat. Thank you guys for being here. Mods, thank you. Hey, Mrs. O, there you are.
Hey, Mrs. O.
Yep, a bendy surprise.
Watch out now.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. who knows what we got coming. But all right, thank you guys. Appreciate you all. Hope to see you soon. And yeah, have a good night. Bye.
Bye.